Gas and oil prices jumping again today, just the day after Joe Biden announced a massive 180 million barrel release from the strategic oil reserve. No shocker there for me, because as I've been saying for many years, releasing oil from the SPR is more symbolic than economic. Oil prices rise and fall on the outlook for production and use, also known as supply and demand. Real supply and demand, not temporary oil releases, by the way. We use over 20 million barrels of oil per day. So a 1 million barrel per day release for a short period of time doesn't fool oil traders. It doesn't fool me, and it shouldn't fool you either. But Biden thinks he can fool Americans. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is supposed to be tapped only if there's a major disruption in production, a supply shortage, like perhaps a producing country like, say, Iran or Saudi Arabia, shutting in their production. In other words, we're supposed to only tap the SPR in an emergency. The only emergency I can see is Biden's free-falling poll numbers. The release won't solve Biden's gas, food, and everything inflationary spiral crisis either. Just look at the last time Joe disingenuously released oil from the reserves. Again, not because of an emergency, simply because he was getting destroyed in the polls, because gas had risen from about $2.50 per gallon when he took over to $3.50 a gallon.
Tonight, I can announce the United States has worked with 30 other countries to release 60 million barrels of oil from reserves around the world.
Well, like I said it then, and I'll say it now, this oil release is pure politics and bad economics. It didn't work then, and it won't work now. Then, on the first day, Joe Biden was in office. Gas was $2.24 when he came into office. 1 year later, gas was $3.28 a gallon. Biden released 30 million barrels of oil from our SPR, 60 million barrels from others as well. That's now another dollar higher from that day. So there's no end in sight. It didn't work the first time. It's not going to work this time. The man is completely incompetent, and his advisors are telling him stuff that simply isn't true. Look at this from just yesterday, outright lying Biden to the American people about switching to renewable fuel sources. Watch this.
We can take advantage of the next generation of electric vehicles that a typical driver will save about $80 a month from not having to pay gas at the pump.
Well, that soundbite was supposed to say you can save $500 a month by switching to renewable fuels. Well, that was a lie, quite the lie, because look at this. The White House quietly fixing the official transcripts, not $500 savings per month, Joe, like you said yesterday. They claim it would be $500 savings per year. It's 92% he overstated it by. 1,100% he made a mistake. Look, they crossed out month and put in year. That was very quietly. Is he that out to lunch, or is he that dishonest that he would say something completely fabricated just to prove his point? And then we have the White House staff, shady as they are, quietly correcting the official record like that. It's politics at its lowest form. Either your commander in sleep is incapacitated to the extent that he has no idea what he's saying, or they're colluding to lie to the public to deflect from the real issue, which is we have a gasoline price crisis right now that is by and of the making of that man himself. Come to think of it, maybe old Joe doesn't really have a clue when it comes to numbers. Watch.
And a lot of people you have unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID. 150 million people have been killed since 2007. I've ordered 500 million of the pills, 500 million pills. 500 million test kits.
Okie dokie. By the way, saving $500 a year, even at $500 a year, not a month, well, that's BS anyway. Number one, our grid, our electricity grid, couldn't handle a mass migration away from natural gas and oil. And number two, are they suggesting solar panels on our roofs again? That liberal experiment failed miserably 10 years ago. The panels were too expensive. They wore out. They are unreliable. In most places, the sun doesn't shine nonstop. And people were paying way more to maintain the solar panels than their cheap, safe, reliable electricity provided. Any way you slice it, the folks running the government are liberal, are lying to you, and at the top of the totem pole, the man is lost in space, and that should scare the bejesus out of you.